tracks. That's why I'm bringing it back, that's why I'm flinging a track like I'm swinging it back. Yo, working out the code of life, call Frotch, Cobra Bite, leave you at the light, stone cold on a sober night. Catch you flush like Pacquiao and Hatton. We're blowing up like Lord Mountbatten. Bounce out the maze with a 4-wheel lawnmower. Your time's up like the last day hornblower.
Hello guys, it's Unders. We are having a look today at Wave's new plugin, smackattack. If these review type videos are helpful for you, please like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. It helps me out massively in creating more content for you guys. So, essentially, smackattack, Transient Designer. That's it. Nothing particularly new. Apart from what they have done here is really redesign their plugin, and they've written it from the ground up. So previously they had a Transient Designer, TransX, very old design by comparison to this. What we can do is bring them both up on the screen, I think, and we'll have a little look side by side. So here's a screenshot of TransX, which was the Wave's old Transient Designer. As you can see, GUI wise, very small multiband, yes, but doing a different job in a different way with old programming and old technology. So if we get rid of that, and we're going to have a look at this wonderful redesign one we've got here. Now, some standard things that we've got going on: attack on the left, sustain on the right. So attacking that greeny aqua type color, and then the yellowy type color for the sustain. What attack is going to allow us to do is increase the actual snappiness of that transient. So it will generally push the level of it up slightly or down, whichever you prefer, so you can control it. And the sustain will be the curve of how that then decays back to the regular sound. Now what's pretty special about this plugin is you've got a brilliant visual readout of exactly what's going on across the top. So on this track I've put this on the drums because it's the most common place to use a Transient Designer, although this does work across pretty much any other channel, and we'll have a look at it on some others in a minute. So I'm just going to play a little clip of the track, then we're going to solo the drums out, and you'll be able to see what's going on in the Transient Designer. If you look in this top section up here, that is our visual readout.
Working out the code of life, call Frotch, Cobra Bite, leave you at the light, stone cold on a sober night. Catch you flush like Pacquiao and Hatton.
Cool, so this is just our drum track. Standard hip-hop boom bap with just riding hats on. As you can see, currently nothing's happening. Now if I boost the sustain, see how that's working with the audio. If I reduce it, maybe I want that to be a very small amount though. Oh look. Now return to normal very quickly. Just creating that pumping effect. Here we can just add some snap to everything. Be extreme with it. Now what else we can do? We can adjust the curves of the attack and sustain. We can have it so medium setting here, very sharp, a little bit longer, and then the sustain type we can have a linear, sudden drop out or roll off. It'd be similar to ADSR curves in where they will be curving up gradually, very suddenly, and then roll off, or linearly. Oh, hard word to say there. So we can have a little play around with those, and here the difference is there. It's most prevalent to hear on the attack. Let's just get in the real early days, just the pop of it straight away. We'll see we're now clipping quite heavily. This will get more of the sound in. And this will cover pretty much the whole drum bit. Give some sustain to that. Cool, so we can hear the differences there and where we can play around with those different curves. You can also adjust the durations of each on the slider as well, so you can make them even more extreme than what we already have. What else is a nice little touch? There's a wet dry mix, so we can do this in parallel without too much effort. We don't need to make a drum bus and route things to it and back and forth. We can just drag this in and out. Clean. In parallel and fully on. That lets us do some pretty neat things in parallel as well. Now we can add huge amounts of transient here and then restrict them as well, because you can see it's quite easy to then clip your track. If we then put that in clip mode, it gives us a particular sound, but equally it doesn't then exceed 0 dB, and it allows us to go really extreme with the effect. So we've got some really extreme settings there. If we just A/B them, and then I will take clip back off, and we'll see just how ridiculously clipping that is. Of course, there's a huge volume difference. There you go. So we're clipping by over 5 dB now. Cool, so we've also got the option of limit. Does the same thing, but it's not adding any character. The clipping is adding a distortion type of limiting where we're stopping at minus 0.1 decibel. So we're not technically clipping in here, but it's clipping the plugin and giving that artifact and sound. Very similar to a soft clip style plugin, whereas the limit is just a nice flat clean limiter. It's not particularly easy to hear on what we're working with here. On a whole mix you can. Generally I probably wouldn't do it on a whole mix. We'll flip between the two, see if you can pick up something I'm maybe missing in my headphones. Okay, so maybe clip just sounds a bit grittier, feels a bit more analog. I can't really describe what it's doing to the sound. I can't really hear it and understand it, but I feel a difference between the two. And I can't really explain exactly what it is that I'm hearing or feeling. I quite like both. I'd probably go with the limit here because that just seems a little bit cleaner and more precise on what is already quite a gritty sound that I've made here. So what's really nice about this plugin, you can move it around in real time. Everything is at 0 latency, so you can automate this plugin, you can tweak it, you can push it and play around with changing the sound on the fly, and it's not going to affect. What we can do is we'll pop this into Capture. And we'll write some automation in, and we'll let that move around, and we can see how smoothly that can in fact work. as you can see, you could be incredibly precise. If you wanted to bring out a particular set of hits, you could automate it to bring that volume up and just grab in for a couple of transients. This would be really good if you're working with sampled drums, or perhaps you've just got a whole drum recording where you've done, say, left, right and a center, and you've got a tom roll that you really want to bring out of that mix. You could just automate this in and push those tom rolls up and then bring it all back within your mix via automation, and it's not going to cause any problems. It works incredibly smoothly. It's a great little transient designer. If you don't have a transient designer already, I would absolutely recommend this. It's at a fantastic price on Waves. If you don't have one, or you're looking to expand on the transient designer you're currently using, go and grab it, have a look at it, grab the demos, all I've done. Guys, I hope the video has been helpful for you. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye now.